This medieval door at Walmgate Bar, York, is the same one that King Henry V passed through in 1421. It has survived centuries, standing as a historic witness to the past. Public disinfectors in 1877 played a crucial role in controlling smallpox outbreaks. They sanitized streets using disinfectants like carbolic acid, aiming to reduce the spread of infection. Their work was an early effort in public health, though medical knowledge and hygiene practices were still developing at the time. In 1807, Victorian sandwich board advertising was a common marketing strategy. Workers, often from lower-income backgrounds, wore large boards displaying advertisements while walking through crowded streets. This method was an early form of mobile advertising, targeting pedestrians in busy urban areas. Henry Leonard Stevenson, a 12-year-old boy, was convicted of housebreaking in 1873 and sentenced to 2 months in prison. His case highlights the harsh judicial system of Victorian England, where even young children faced severe punishments for crimes, often due to poverty and lack of social support. Captain Cook's Forgotten Home, a glimpse into his family life. Before conquering the seas, Captain James Cook's family lived in this London house from 1764 to 1788. Though Cook himself spent years exploring uncharted lands, this home remained a silent witness to his legacy. Photographed in 936, it offers a rare glimpse into the private life of one of history's greatest navigators. The B-17 that defied death, a miracle in the skies. In 1943, this B-17 bomber collided mid-air with a German fighter. The impact tore through its fuselage, leaving it barely held together. Yet, against all odds, the crew managed to keep her in the air and land safely. A true testament to bravery, engineering, and sheer willpower. Trapped in darkness, the boy who couldn't face the sun. This young boy wasn't just wearing a suit. He was wearing his shield against the sun. A rare condition made his skin extremely sensitive to light, forcing him to stay covered at all times. While others played under the sun, he lived in a world of shadows, a story of resilience against nature's harshest challenge. Stonehenge's hidden secret. The 1958 restoration you never knew. Many believe Stonehenge has stood untouched for thousands of years, but in 1958, a major restoration took place. Massive cranes lifted fallen stones, and some were even repositioned to prevent collapse. This little-known intervention reshaped how we see this ancient wonder today. Was it preservation or reconstruction? Centuries of watchful eyes, the unbreakable bond of horses and honor. Standing tall since the 1750s, the Horse Guards building is more than just stone and history. It's a symbol of unwavering duty. But the story goes deeper. Since 1660, elite cavalry units and their majestic horses have guarded Whitehall, witnessing royal processions, political turmoil, and the march of time. Even today, these noble sentinels stand as a living legacy of Britain's military tradition. The Price of Progress, the first fatal airplane crash, captured on camera. In 1908, aviation history took a tragic turn. Thomas Selfridge, a pioneer testing the limits of flight, became the first person to die in an airplane crash. His experimental aircraft, co-piloted by Orville Wright, suffered a catastrophic failure, sending it spiraling to the ground. This was the first time a fatal crash was ever photographed, marking a dark yet pivotal moment in mankind's quest to conquer the skies. A deadly wave of molasses, the disaster that drowned a city. It sounded impossible, death by molasses. But on a cold January day in 1919, Boston witnessed a catastrophe like no other. A massive storage tank holding 2.3 million gallons of sticky, boiling molasses burst open with explosive force. A 35-foot-high wave rushed through the streets at 30 mph, crushing buildings, derailing trains, and trapping people in a suffocating, sugary grave. 21 lives were lost, countless others injured, and the city smelled like molasses for decades. Some say on hot days you can still catch a whiff of that tragic past.